Christmas is in the air, and there's no better way to welcome the holiday season than with a dazzling Christmas tree decorating challenge. Picture this: a lush garden decked out in its winter attire, sparkling under a frosty morning sun, ready to be transformed into a festive wonderland. In today's challenge, we're diving into the art of Christmas tree decorating, garden style. Each tree will have a unique theme, showcasing creativity, elegance, and maybe a few unconventional surprises. Let's see how each tree unfolds and bring holiday magic to the garden. First, let's start with the foundation of any great Christmas tree, the lights. When decorating outdoors, consider using LED string lights that are not only eco-friendly but come in a variety of colors and styles. For a rustic garden feel, I'm opting for warm white lights for our first tree, weaving them carefully through the branches to achieve a soft glow. For a bit of depth, I'll tuck some lights further inside the tree while letting others sit closer to the edges, which will give the entire setup a layered effect. I'll even add a few solar-powered twinkle lights to add a dynamic element once the evening arrives. And for an extra touch, we'll layer in battery-operated flickering candles to capture the cozy look of a traditional hearth without the fire hazard. For this first tree, I'm going for a classic, winter woodland theme. To bring the outdoors in, we'll use dried pine cones, slices of dried oranges, and even some hand-carved wooden ornaments. The color palette here is earthy and warm. Think shades of deep green, burnt orange, and soft brown. I'll start by anchoring our tree with garlands made of burlap and faux pine, loosely wrapping it around from the top to the bottom. This creates a rustic, natural feel that blends beautifully with the surrounding garden. Next up, we'll add some beautiful birchwood stars and cinnamon stick bundles tied with red ribbons. The dried orange slices are not only visually striking but will give off a subtle, delightful scent. To balance everything, we'll add in a few ornaments with pops of gold and deep red for a festive touch. For our second tree, it's time to go bold and glam. Here, I want to create something vibrant and lively, reflecting the joyous spirit of Christmas. This tree will be our Festival of Colors masterpiece. Imagine shiny, multicolored baubles of all sizes, metallic garlands, and a mix of matte and glitter finishes. I'll be starting with an array of rainbow lights to add a playful tone from the get-go. Wrapping these around the tree, I'll let them overlap in certain sections to make the colors even more intense. Once that's done, it's all about the ornaments. I'll be hanging ornaments in every color: emerald greens, ruby reds, icy blues, and sparkling silvers. Large ornaments will go on the lower branches, adding weight to the base of the tree, while the smaller ornaments will be sprinkled across the top for balance. The Star Topper. It's actually a vintage starburst design with silver and gold points, a perfect nod to retro glamour. Now, let's add a tree that's all about minimalism and elegance. Not every Christmas tree needs to be flashy to make an impact. This third tree will be our Winter Wonderland showpiece. The focus here is on whites, silvers, and icy blues to capture the essence of a snowy winter's day. For this look, I'll be using frosted lights to enhance the cool tones of the tree. The ornaments will be mostly monochromatic. Think silver baubles, glass icicles, and delicate snowflakes. Each ornament is carefully spaced out to let the natural beauty of the tree shine through. Instead of traditional garlands, I'll drape a few strands of faux crystals that catch the light in the most magical way. And for the finishing touch, a simple yet stunning snowflake topper that completes this pristine look. To add some contrast, our fourth tree is all about vintage charm. Here, we're bringing in classic reds and greens, but with a touch of nostalgia. I've gathered vintage-style ornaments, including old-school Santa figurines, candy canes, and classic baubles with intricate hand-painted details. Starting with a warm white light setup, I'm stringing them in a zigzag pattern, which creates pockets of brightness without overwhelming the tree. The garlands will be rich and thick, alternating between red velvet ribbon and strings of golden beads. To add that extra vintage flair, I'll hang some miniature lanterns and bells, just like the decorations you'd find on a traditional 1940s tree. Each ornament tells a story and adds to the overall charm of this nostalgic Christmas centerpiece. Now that our themed trees are set, it's time to dive into some unconventional, out-of-the-box tree designs. This fifth tree will be a garden wonderland, where I'll incorporate natural garden elements like berries, small bird ornaments, and even a few real plants. I'm layering twinkle lights with a soft golden hue to give a warm, natural glow. For the ornaments, I've gathered small woven birds, faux berries, and branches painted white to give that frosted look. I'll add a few garden-themed items like mini watering cans, tiny shovels, and some potted herbs that I can attach to the tree with clips. The result? A garden-inspired tree that feels like an extension of the outdoor space itself. Next up, we're turning one of our trees into a true, whimsical Candyland. This one's going to be a fun, colorful treat for anyone who loves sweet things. Think candy canes, lollipops, gumdrops, and pastel-colored lights. Starting with bright, multicolored string lights, I'm going to wrap the tree to create a cheerful base. For garlands, I'm using oversized beads in candy colors, and each ornament is like something out of a gingerbread house. I've got giant faux candy canes, peppermint swirls, and even some ornaments shaped like cupcakes and donuts. And for a sweet twist, the topper is a large, shimmering lollipop that sits perfectly at the peak. Finally, to add a bit of glamour and luxury, let's decorate one last tree in the garden with a golden Luxe theme. Imagine rich golds, champagne tones, and a touch of white. For lights, I'll use a mix of warm white and amber lights to cast a soft, luxurious glow. The garlands will be metallic gold mesh ribbon, carefully draped for an elegant flow. I've chosen some gold filigree ornaments, along with white porcelain pieces and crystal accents to elevate the sophistication. Instead of a traditional topper, I'll add a golden angel ornament with flowing ribbons cascading down from the top of the tree. This tree is all about opulence and will serve as the crown jewel of our garden's Christmas display. With all these trees sparkling and themed to perfection, the garden has truly become a magical Christmas oasis. Each tree has its personality, from rustic and natural to whimsical and extravagant. Now that the decorating is complete, it's time to step back and take in the festive display as a whole. Each tree brings something unique, transforming the garden into a scene that looks like it's straight out of a holiday movie. As night falls, the garden lights up in a breathtaking display, each tree adding its glow and charm to the space. The warmth from the classic lights, the coolness of the icy blue tones, the playful rainbow colors, and the golden glitz all come together, creating a winter wonderland that's both captivating and heartwarming. The entire setup is more than just decoration. It's an invitation to celebrate the season, to gather, and to enjoy the magic of Christmas. This Christmas tree decorating challenge in the garden proves that creativity has no bounds when it comes to holiday cheer. Whether it's traditional themes or bold, whimsical designs, each tree brings its own special charm to the season, making the garden a festive masterpiece for everyone to enjoy.